Hey everyone, this is Luke again, and this is a very special video. As the date suggests, July 15th, 2026. That is the 7th year, yes, 7 years since I started uploading on this very channel that you're watching now. My first upload um was actually a continuation from my previous deleted channel, Third Eye Plays, that I had for I think I started like in September of 2018, and it lasted until like July of 2019, because I made the really stupid decision to at the time link my school email to the account. And once my old former high school took that email away, that channel didn't exist anymore. And I didn't at the time I didn't know about changing the emails of different accounts or just using a different email per each account. Now I do know, but and that's what resulted in this channel right here, Luke the Nindroid. Um or Luke the Nindroid, whatever the hell you want to call it. But that's the story. That's the story of how this channel first came into fruition, and it started with me just vlogging in a best was it best something, not Best Buy, Best Inn or something like that, hotel, and I made a first couple videos there. Then I kind of resumed back to what I was making previously before everything got shut down on that former channel. Um, so I'm just gonna talk about some things. Um, I just can't believe that it's been this long since I've been making Ninjago videos. Well, I haven't. 95% of my content is Ninjago videos. There's 5% content that's other things, but those never get as many of the views as the Ninjago videos because that's what I'm primarily associated with. And that's how the algorithm works nowadays. You can't really diverge into other types of content without making an entirely separate YouTube channel solely dedicated to that. Because back in the old days of YouTube, you could do that. But unless you were one of those YouTubers that did that back then, like Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, all those people, Dan TDM, then you're pretty much forced to do these channel content wise things. And I really wish it wasn't that way, but obviously nothing's preventing me from doing it, especially since I don't really care about um views and stuff like that, because I don't make any money off of this channel. I have not made a single dime because obviously, as you can see from subscribers and the views, I don't have enough. Um so let me get this closer. But it's it's been a wild journey. And obviously you could see that recently I developed not me, my friend Tom of Tom's Lawyer made a new logo for me, which kind of looks kind of retro. At least it looks retro from my opinion, because it reminds me of like the old Luke the Nindroid days from 2019 and 2020, where I had Zane as my profile picture because I was a huge addict of him. Kind of still am, but I've learned to um, suppress it and lower the amount of fanboying, I guess. Um, but my main announcement for the future of this channel is that um, this is most likely going to be my final run of Ninjago content. I know a lot of people are going to be heartbroken by saying this, but hear me out. Like I said before, I've been making these videos since 2018 here since 2019, which, like I said, is 7 years. So by the time um I was 15 years old when I first made Third Eye Plays. I'm 23 now. I'm going to be 24 this year, which doesn't sound old, but when you've been making content for that long, the age kind of catches up to you. And plus, I feel like I'm just making the same old type of content again and again and again. That's why you really don't see a lot of Ninjago news content anymore. How you used to have it back in the pandemic days. Um, those used to be everywhere, myself included. But nobody really makes those videos anymore because no one really bothers. No one really bothers. Plus, Tanner's already got that covered. He basically has a virtual monopoly over that content anyway. So, what can you really do? Most Ninjago YouTubers just make generalized video essays about a certain part of Ninjago, which I kind of wanted to, which I kind of am doing right now. Obviously, not nowhere near as well edited and stuff because mine is more raw style, in your face, as you can clearly see. Um, and that's and I think I've said this before on my channel, but the reason I do this is because I wanted to feel like we're actually talking. I wanted to feel like it's an actual conversation with someone rather than just feels like a corporate entity talking to people, because there is a difference between being a professional video and a corporate video. A corporate video is like professionalism to the utmost extreme, to the point where it it loses a bunch of its soul. It loses a bunch of its heart in it. Luckily, most Ninjago YouTubers are actually people and fans, so they are in that s- professional area where they can like learn how to edit and stuff like that. I can't. I've tried editing before in the past. My brain just can't comprehend it. I I've tried before, and I could do like the simple stuff, but I can't do any of that complex stuff. I can't do it. I don't have the patience for it. I don't have the patience to edit every minute detail for like an 8-minute video or a 10-minute video. I'd rather just do this because it's just easier on me. And plus, most people are kind of known for this style anyway, since I'm like the one person that does this. Um, so I think it's just easier for me to do it in this style that you've all come to know ever since I've been posting on this channel. Um what else was I going to say? Oh yeah. You may have noticed in the previous videos that they didn't have any thumbnails. That's because at that time I really didn't care about making videos. I was just sick and tired of it. I just wanted it to be over with. But as I stopped to think about it, um I feel like it would just be incredibly unfair to just end on a random video, because I know a bunch of my um old Ninjago colleagues, like from the Ninja Legends, they kind of had that where they just ended on a random video. I know Bricks on Bricks did that. Cows XDs did make a final video. Overlord 1469 didn't have a final video, and other people that I can name, like Overlord X, he kind of just faded out. He just kind of lost interest and never really made a final video. Um, But I don't want to do that. I want you guys to celebrate this channel's existence as how I feel that my Ninjago YouTube journey is coming to a close. Does that mean that I will stop making YouTube videos? Most likely not. I just think that the I feel like I've basically hit the peak. I guess I've hit the ceiling of where, and I'm scraping like on the bottom of the barrel of Ninjago content. I feel like I've done everything that I could do. Um, because the one thing I don't want to do is keep posting content forever and ever and ever and never expect to make any money off of it, for one, and two, never having amount to anything. So I wanted to at least end on a high note. I don't want it to end on a whimper. So if you've been following this channel since day one, or just following it now, this is your chance. This is your chance, because this is most likely going to be the final run. Now, as to how long this final run is, I can't say, because I don't have a definite plan for this. I don't have a definite plan. I think for me, I'm just gonna go until I just can't, or I don't want to anymore. Hopefully, that's when Dragon's Rising ends. You know, which I hope is around season 7. I'd hope they don't go into like 8 or 9 or 10 seasons, because that would be just overkill. I think 7 is about the right number, considering that was considered one of the end points of the original series. Was season 7 was considered one of the ones where they were gonna write in a finale for it. Um, but hopefully, by that time, Dragon's Rising will be over, and therefore the Ninjago team can focus on something else. Hopefully, something that's either far in the future or far into the past, because I don't want them to constantly continue on the ninja story forever in infinitum to infinity and beyond, because that's boring. Because that's boring. Um, Plus, I want an actual good ending for Ninjago, because the only good ending Ninjago's had is season 2, because that was the original stopping point. Season 7, as I said before, was a proposed ending, but never got past the script. Season 10's was okay. It was okay, but it needed a couple more episodes. And we don't dare talk about Crystallize, because that was a awful ending. That was awful. Um, so I'll just go until I can't no more. And hopefully that's in about 1 to 3 years from now, maybe. It, like I said, things could change depending on a lot of things, life events. It could depend on a whole bunch of things, really. Um, and if something does change, I'll let you guys know. But anyways, that's my big announcement for the future of the channel. Hopefully this last little batch of content I have will be some of the best videos that I've made in ages, and hopefully I'll actually care about these videos by actually making thumbnails and paying attention to the algorithm for once, because I actually want to make these videos rather than just doing it for just for like a quota purpose or something, or just to say I'm not dead. But anyways, if you want to give your thoughts on what I've said here and how you want me to do it, I take criticism. I will take what you will say in the comments. Hopefully this will, hopefully this some of your ideas will be made into videos in that sort of like little final run. So, but anyways, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel by clicking the red subscribe button, and click on the notification bell to see every video that I will upload. And I'll see all you folks in the next video. Bye bye!